The Precinct. Today we're going to take a look what it's like starting out as a new player in this 80s inspired cop game. And from the get-go it does give me Grand Theft Auto vibes, that's for sure. The original Grand Theft Auto games. And yeah, the basic story behind this is you're a new cop out at the academy. You've joined the precinct that your father used to run, but he was recently murdered on the job. So I think part of the game is you've got to try and find out who murdered your father and help clean up the streets and get rid of all the gangs that are kind of running wild. But yeah, this game is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So yeah, let's take a quick look.
And they remain at large. Chandler, Sayers, you're covering downtown. Keep 'em peeled. These guys are no joke.
You got it, boss.
All right, I know you're dying to get out there.
Can't wait.
But before you all charge into the blue, I want to introduce you to our newest tender lamb fresh out of the academy.
Bah! Where's Bo Peep when you need her?
Yeah, I could tell you where she was last night.
This officer graduated from the academy at the top of his class.
Sure, some of the voiceovers are a bit cheesy, but actually when you get into the game, there's actually a lot of good voice acting in this.
I guess we better earn our paychecks.
And this is your partner you've been teamed with. He's going to be showing you the ropes and taking you through the basics. You start in a police station. You get to explore this a bit more later in the game, really. But yeah, you obviously bring the prisoners here. You start your day and end your day here as well. And yeah, let's just jump out into the world and get into the first mission. Yeah, we get straight into driving, which is, I guess, the main part of the game.
I bet you learn all kinds of fancy driving at the academy, but for now, let's just take it slow and steady. Don't want to scratch the paint job on your first day.
So controls work well enough with keyboard and mouse, but you really want a control pad to get the best out of it, for sure.
Swing by the hot dog stand in Chinatown. There's a parking bay there.
Yeah, as you can see. You've got to get used to using the keyboard and mouse. Once you're used to it, it's not too bad. It just takes a bit. But with the control pad, it's a lot easier. You get to this car park and you get to talk to this guy a bit more and, you know, eat a hot dog and crap like that. But yeah, we'll jump past this.
Central to all units, bank robbery in progress. Mercer ACB Bank on Mercer Street, shot fired.
Ah, Christ on a crutch. Another beautiful moment ruined. Oh well, that's what they're paying us for, right? Central, this is Unit 84, responding code 3.
10-484, be advised, suspects are heavily armed, approach with caution.
Okay, kid. You wanted the real deal? This is it.
Yeah, we get straight into it on our first day of bank robbery. And now you get to see me fighting the keyboard controls as we try and rush to the bank. The gun combat's okay in this. I don't think it's where the game shines the most, but it's there. And it does have a little cover system as well.
Now remember, they get one warning. If they don't throw them down, we take them down. Get ready. Police! Freeze! Drop your weapons! Morons! Doesn't look like they're gonna get... Boys! Light them up! He's shooting!
Yeah, at least at this point it's quite forgiving. You know, you'll get hit a couple of times, but your health will pop back up. You can get headshots on them as well. I think it kind of auto-locks on.
Assistance is available.
Another main part of this game is about calling assistance. At the top of the screen I got two little blue bars. Now I can use those to call in help in different situations. So here I'm just going to call in a police officer to help with the gunfight.
Received.
So he'll come from off screen and you'll start shooting and take cover and help me take these guys out.
Suspect KIA.
You can run out of ammo in this game as well. If you have a police car with you, you can actually go to the back of it and rearm. You can also change loadouts as well, but this is so early on, I got no other options for any weapons at the moment, so it's just all the default stuff. But yeah, you reload and you can get back into the fight. But they're already dead.
Suspect down.
After you kill these guys, it turns out that there was some other bank robbers in there that escaped in this van, so it's your job to now chase them down in a car chase. and kill everyone. It's not quite Grand Theft Auto. You can't run people over and, you know, they don't explode in a splatter of blood or anything like that. So it's not quite as intense as Grand Theft Auto, but it's still a lot of fun.
Suspect vehicle last spotted in
And you'll see here I actually call in another type of assistance. I go for a spike trap this time.
Linden West.
So what'll happen is, like, whatever direction he's going in, they'll try and put a trap down. Which they did here, but he's seen it and he turned around. But that allowed me to smash into him. And now it's letting me actually use lethal force against these guys. So you'll get to see what, you know, what the combat from the cars are like. I mean, it's quite straightforward. It's auto lock again. You just click, click and click until you kill someone. And then usually the driver will kind of give up. Your car does take damage, of course, so if you take enough damage, you know, you won't be able to use the car anymore.
Take it easy.
But now we get to arrest this guy.
Wait there.
You interact with him and you get different options once you've cuffed him. So yeah, when you've cuffed someone, you get a lot of different interaction options.
Dispatch.
You can check their IDs, you can search for items on them, you can breathalyze them.
Nothing flagged.
You can fine them, you can resolve the incident, just let them go, or you can escort them back to your car. You can even call in other police officers to take them back to the station if needed. Yeah, with this one you just pop the guy in the car and then you just drive back to the station. But yeah, we got to take the guy back to the station to process him, and then yeah, we also get to see my amazing parking skills. So it's the next day now and we're about to go out and foot patrol. But I just wanted to quickly show you this as well. You know, the help system in this game is pretty good. And it's got a list of all the different crimes here and how you can, like, react to the crimes. What kind of force you're authorised to use. And sure, you could go out and shoot everyone if you wanted, but your game would end pretty fast. You got to stick to the kind of force that you're allowed to use according to the crime. On the second day, you get introduced to, like, the basic crime system. It's kind of a bit of a sandbox where you can go out in the world and arrest people for doing some basic things. Parking fines, you know, parking on a crossing and so on. So there's lots of little things you can just go out in the world and do. And later on, you get to arrest some guy doing some graffiti on the wall as well. You also actually get to use a helicopter on one of the missions when you're first starting the game out. So we'll have a look at this now, see what it's like. Controls are pretty basic fit, you know, space is up, C is down, you know, yeah, as you can see on the left-hand side here. It works well enough with the keyboard and mouse. You definitely don't need a control pad for this one. It's pretty easy enough to control. And with the helicopter pursuits, it's all about keeping your light on the vehicle that you're chasing, and you'll build up your pursuit bar at the top. Once that's actually filled right up, what you can do is you can call in assistance, like we did on the bank robbery earlier. But this time you can actually just do it from the air. And we'll see the different things you can call in with this to try and stop this vehicle.
Request support. Need backup at my location.
84 received.
So I call in a patrol car to help me take down this car. Now, it's a proper 80s police patrol car. Useless, as you see in all the movies.
I need backup here.
But then I've also called in a spike trap as well.
Confirmed. Spike
And we'll
trap
hit the
deployed.
spike trap here. But he keeps going.
But they're still moving.
Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick.
But you've got to get the
Highway.
blue bar right down, basically. Once that blue bar is right down, they usually try and give up. Sometimes to keep going, it depends on what kind of crime it is. But here you can see, you know, these AIs are useless. There we go. He finally gives up.
Request backup from
And
where
almost gets
possible.
killed. And another one of the types of missions you can do is speeding offences. So you can go around and monitor people that are speeding and arrest them, you breathalyze them and so on. I'm pretty sure this yellow guy is going to speed, I can just tell. So you've got to wait for the lights to go because they obey the law. And yeah, he's speeding. You're supposed to put your lights on, but instead of putting my lights on, I just jump out. I don't know why, I just pressed the wrong button. So yeah, sometimes when you put your lights on, they'll stop like this, and you can just go out and arrest them, breathalyze them, and so
Then
on.
issue the fine. In that
And other times they won't stop. It'll try and get away with you, and it initiates a pursuit, where you then start to build up the pursuit bar, and you can start,
speeders are out in force
you know,
today.
call in support when you can as well. And as you can see, this guy's pretty bloody fast, so I got to try and catch up to him first. Because you got to keep him in your kind of view to get the pursuit bar to go up. Otherwise it'll go down and you won't be able to call in help.
Suspect last spotted at...
So for whatever reason he jumps down here, which gives me the edge really. It allows me to catch up to him and just start ramming him a bit. And yeah, as you can see, my car's already getting damaged as well. And now he just fucks up. So I can just stick here and you'll give up in the end. Because he's actually stuck. There we go, I got him. And so there we go, guys. That is the Precinct. Or well, at least what it's like starting out as a new player. Now, I only played for about 30 minutes just to get a quick idea what it's like. Now, there's obviously a lot more to it than this. It's just a basic overview. There's a character leveling system in this. There's, you know, a good storyline that you can follow. Lots of side quests to do. It's kind of a little bit of a sandbox world as well, where you can go out and just do what you want. As long as you don't go murdering people. This isn't Grand Theft Auto. But thanks for watching, everyone. But if you do want to see more like this, please like and subscribe. I'm currently trying to play through every game I have in my Steam library. Taking a bit of time. But I'm trying to do 1 or 2 videos a week. Thanks again, and see you in the next one.